Hello, my name is Natasha, and I'm having issues today. Um, I would say I'm having mixed feelings. I'm not a Biden supporter. I did not vote for Joe Biden, but the ones of you who did, you get what you pay for, okay? Him backing out of Afghanistan. I mean, no one had an issue with him leaving Afghanistan. I'm just going right into this intimate conversation. I speak extemporaneously, which there is no script. I have no outline. I'm just a black woman with an opinion here from Mississippi. Um, my thing is that he left, but left a mess behind him. He did not, he and his administration did not do did they not do a PowerPoint presentation of how you exit a country, a hostile country? The Taliban just overrun and now you gotta go rescue the people out of our embassy? I mean, couldn't you have got them out first? And far as them, and I think it was very disingenuous for them to say, oh, we had visas for the people who helped us. We were getting that expedited. What does expedited look like through the State Department? We can let illegal aliens in straight through the border, no problem. But for people who have translators and people like that who actually helped and worked side by side with the U.S. military, you gotta figure it out. You got to go through all these smoke and mirrors. That was very disingenuous. I don't think you ever intended to help those people. I don't think you ever intended. I need to see the receipts that you meant the Biden administration meant to bring those interpreters with them, those translators, and all those other people who gave info. I need to see the receipts because America has a history of leaving people behind. I mean, the helicopter leaving off the roof was a photo op and it looked just like Saigon, the fall of Saigon, when all the people were reaching up. But what about us? What about us? And what about us? And of course, here he trots out at the press conference, gives his little, I don't know, what would you have me to do? This is what the cards that I was dealt. This is the way, what would you have us do? No, no one wanted to stay there forever. But no one wants to leave people behind who help you. And no one wants a messy exit. It's just like a divorce. No one wants a messy divorce. Okay? No one. No one wants to leave a relationship in a messy way. It's a lot of carnage. To where photo ops of people holding on to the helicopter for dear life because they know what the Taliban is going to do to them. They know. They know. I mean, sure, the Taliban is all in celebration mode right now, but in case you all have forgotten, and while everyone was thinking that Trump supporters, oh, they're the biggest threat since 9/11. They're the attack on the Capitol, the biggest threat since 9/11. When the only person that died, as I recall, on January 6th was Ashley Babbitt. And she was a veteran of the Iraq War. And they shot her and she was unarmed. And then another man died of a heart attack, a security guard, a Capitol Police officer. But that was the biggest thing since 9/11 in the Civil War. Wake up, America. Wake up. Other countries, we're being turned into a laughing stock right before our eyes. Okay? While you were sit there and you're upset about Trump this, Trump that, and you just voted for Biden just because he wasn't Trump, now look what we have. This is why you must have strong leadership. Yes, he talked a lot of smack. Yes, he talked a lot of smack. But you know what? Those other leaders, sane or not sane, they understood smack. Okay? He's a billionaire. He talks smack. Those people understood the smack that he was talking. And they knew, okay, wait a minute. This is a little different. Maybe we got to watch how we move around here. We can't just be talking about what we're going to do to Taiwan and when we do it. China wasn't talking all that crap about we're going into Taiwan, when we go into Taiwan, America can't do anything. I'm sure the people in Taiwan right now are shaking in their boots. Okay. Japan, they should be shaking in their boots too. Wondering, okay, well, wait a minute. We thought America was going to have our back, and these people over here just pulled right out and left those people on the ceiling, left them on the rooftop. What's going to happen to us? Wait a minute here. Because I know I would be. If you're supposed to be my friend, I'm doing the middle of a video, and you just ruined it. I'm 6 minutes in. I'm just going to let this video resume because, yeah, stuff happens. My mom came in and she wanted to let me know she's home. I am not finna stop off and edit this video and start back over. That's just reality. I'm just picking right back up where I left off. Let me see, because she could not know that I was in here recording my video. So I'm just going to woosah and continue on with my point. How do you feel now that once we had cheap gas, now we have expensive gas? You're going to the stores, you're seeing the shelves are half empty. You know something is wrong, but the mainstream media is still reporting like everything's okay. You see them talking. Maybe they don't have shortages where they are. I don't know. Maybe they're in on something that you're not in on. But I do know this. The main people that like to be unprepared, unprepped, the people who made fun of the preppers, because I prep myself. People who made fun of the preppers, about their crazy people, their conspiracy theory people. Well, how about the conspiracy now? That you have a person in office who's unapologetic about what happened, has no plan, was basically on vacay while the Taliban was advancing. We've lost a lot of military assets over there, Humvees and tanks and probably drones. It's no telling what they left for the Afghan army to use. And now that's in the hand of the Taliban also. I mean, really? You couldn't destroy it. You couldn't get it out of the way. You couldn't ship it back. I don't know. I mean, what? And then he was going to have the official drawdown be September 11th. Why would you put that on September 11th? That day is a day of infamy. That is a day of remembrance for the 9/11 victims. Why would you put that on the same day as 9/11? But of course, we didn't make it to September 11th because the Afghan army fell before that. So there. He shouldn't have put it on 9/11 anyway. That was wrong. Even after the widows requested that requested for him and Kamala to remove 9/11 as the day of the withdrawal, they left it. That gives you an idea there of how they think. That's not right. Certain days are reserved for certain things. Okay? Certain days are reserved for certain things. Why he wanted to put that there and use that date, I have no idea. But the point is, we have really, this gives an indication of that we are not under a commander in chief. We are not under that. He spent so much time pushing about the vaccines that nobody had their eye on the ball of the Taliban. Okay? 200,000 Taliban or whatever, and you didn't have your eye on the ball? Now the Afghan president has fled. You know, all that time. But even during that time, I want to say this. Mitch McConnell is the biggest hypocrite ever. I know this is getting off of Biden, but the same governors, the same hypocritic people who didn't want people to get anything but $600 stimulus or extra $600 or whatever, didn't want them to have that. Mitch McConnell has voted for every military spending in Afghanistan. He's had his hands on it. Biden too. Biden, you were there for 8 years as vice. So you and Obama, y'all were there too. At least you admitted that, it was a good thing to draw down the troops and you shouldn't be sending in any more. And how long could we stay there? I agree with that. But Mitch McConnell is a hypocrite. You vote for billions of spending for military, and the American people, he would barely vote for $600 for stimulus. That tells you how the elite think about us. He's a part of the elite. Make no doubt about it. He married a Chinese woman whose brother is like high up in the CCP. Those of you that don't know what the CCP is, the Communist Party. Okay? These people are not looking out for the best interests of America. In the coming days, you're going to see a lot of things. And black people, they know something is wrong. A lot of them are starting to see it on the surface. Now that it's right in front of their face. But you should have paid attention from day one. Biden is not into black people like that. And we just need to, he was friends with the man who was high up in the KKK, which was Byrd, okay? That was like his mentor, his big friend, okay? Just from that. But you're like, oh, he changed and blah, blah, blah. No. Joe is the same Joe, okay? And he's going to show it to you pretty soon. These people don't care about the Constitution. I never thought I'd see a president in office who didn't care about the Constitution, and a vice president and people in the Senate basically espousing communist views and saying just whatever. I mean, I never thought I'd live to see it, but yet here it is. I guess we have to stay tuned and watch the roller coaster ride as it unfolds. I think that a lot of people are going to awaken when they find out, okay, there's no food on these shelves. The supply chain is being disrupted. Gas costs a lot. Independent operators of trucks are not going to be out on the road. If it costs more to operate your 18-wheeler, I used to be in the logistics arena. If it costs more for an independent operator to put his truck on the road and he's not making profit, he's not going to do that cross-country ride to deliver food to Kroger. So Kroger is having a hard time hiring people. People better wake up and pay attention. See, when you think that these other people don't matter in the thick of things, cashiers, grocery stocker boys and girls, The people who bring your food into the store, who do that inventory, unload those boxes, those people in those warehouses matter. When you don't have people to do that, you're going to have serious, excuse me, you're going to have serious problems. Any society would. You're going to have serious problems. And they are a part of the economy. And people didn't realize how much low wage workers were a part of the economy. And the gig workers and the freelancers and all of that matters. If you don't have those people to drive those Uber Eats cars, those Uber Eats cars are not automated yet. Those, the Grubhubs, the DoorDash, if you don't have the personnel, then you are screwed. You're not going to be able to have the food delivered to your door. Those things matter. And you're going to find out later on to appreciate people more. Just think, with COVID out, if you're trying to do a mandate about the COVID vaccines, I saw a fire department that was trying to do a mandate about the COVID vaccines. Okay, they're firemen. They're already risking their lives to go in and save people. Think about this. If you have your fire department resign, you're going to be SOL. Okay? SOL. You figured that one out. We're just going to have a whole lot of issues here. But I believe going forward, people will appreciate people more in their jobs and stop looking down on that person that works at Mickey D's that makes that burger. Because you go in to get your burger, and guess what? There may not be anybody there to flip the burger. They haven't rolled out the robot that flips burgers yet in America. They haven't. This is not Japan. Japan has a lot of robotics. They haven't rolled that out yet. Okay? People need to think about those things. And while Planned Parenthood was pushing abortion, they should have thought about eventually, okay, we may have a shortage of workers. We may have oh, wait a minute, these babies grow up to be soldiers. These babies grow up to be people, actual adults. No one thought about that, huh? So therefore, you may have a continued labor shortage for years to come. Are we going to end up like Japan with not enough people to pay into the Social Security system? Because that is part of your population that you just killed off. And you had, and the government helped help kill off part of the generation. They did a basic black genocide. Took advantage of people who needed, other than that, needed some other type of assistance. No other options offered. No other options offered. But that's a whole nother conversation. And yes, anyone watch this video by now who didn't realize I'm very pro-life. But I will do another video for you later, and that's my opinion. Bye.